It's not what I didn't feel, it's what I didn't show. Wrecking बॉल पार्ट वन। तो पिछले चैप्टर में हमने देखा कैसे कि लूसी को बचा लिया हॉट पैंट्स ने लास्ट मोमेंट पे आके उसको वैलेंटाइन की बीवी की तरह डिस्गाइज करके, और वैलेंटाइन की असली बीवी मर चुकी है। और माइको जिसको सच पता था वो भी टपक गया। तो अब किसी का मतलब लूसी का सच अभी किसी दुश्मन को नहीं पता। और ये थर्मोमीटर एकदम नीचे है। इट्स 35 डिग्रीज बिलो जीरो। 35 डिग्रीज बिलो, देन इट वुड स्टिल बी टू थिन। क्या टू थिन? Then they won't cross by horse, huh? Across that frozen strait, I mean. Cross. This man's younger sister. She'd only heard of the ocean in the 17 years of her life, but had never seen it before. The first time she'd ever left her home to see the ocean was on her wedding day. Her husband was the son of a wealthy financial commissioner, which meant that his position, wealth, and status were all secured. And in fact, the one that had asked for this engagement to happen was none other than the girl's brother, 7 years her elder. That man is named Wakapipo. 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 Wakapipo was a member of the country's highest ranking guard troop, working directly for the royal family. His sister's husband was a friend from the same line of work. But after 6 months of their marriage, it became evident that the marriage was a failure. No, perhaps it had been a failure from the very start. One night, when Vekapipo visited his sister's residence, "What's wrong? Are you crying? Is your husband out? What? You? That bastard, where he is? अच्छा, इसको मार पीट दिया. Please, please, brother, please be calm. This is between me and my husband. It was something insignificant, but I was the cause of it. It was because I was being selfish, and to think and to think I'm supposed to behave well for him so that he can love me as his wife. How long has this been happening? This isn't the first time, is it? How many times has he done something like this to you? Please, please, it's my fault because I angered him. Please, this isn't his fault." और इस हाथ वेस्ट पे लगा, वेस्ट टूट गया। ओह व्हाट, इट कैन बी यू? नो, योर आई। व्हाई डिड यू जस्ट नॉक ओवर दैट वेस्ट? योर लेफ्ट आई, नो। यू कैन सी आउट ऑफ इट? नो, नो ब्रदर, नो, दिस इज जस्ट टेम्पररी, आई विल गेट better soon, I promise. How could this be? Yeah. The only saving grace was that his sister hadn't had a child with him yet. The Capipo immediately pulled a few strings and decided to receive permission to annul the marriage from the church and the Pope. This was all his fault. It was his punishment for thinking that being married to a wealthy family would mean happiness for his sister. It was he who forced this marriage in the first place. He blamed himself and he prepared to lose his position after annulling the marriage. But that only served to incur his sister's husband's wrath. "Please, I beg of you, please. Please divorce my sister. If things are not going well between the two of you, it should only be the logical thing to do. The fault is all mine. I will atone for everything, I promise you." "Kya, do you really think that or that's all there is to this? What will happen to me? You've shamed me. The Pope gave you permission? What do you think my father and his friends will say about me? Listen up, your sister Vikapo, she was only good in bed when I beat the crap out of her while we were doing it. Otherwise, it felt like shit. She was a boring lay, your sister. You'll take the responsibility? Fine, Vikapipo. I'll take your life then. We'll have ourselves a duel. Tomorrow morning at daybreak. Just northwest of the castle's boundaries. Don't be late. Oh, brother. It will be fine. I will be back soon. You are still young, sister. You will marry again. And I promise you, you will be happy. There is nothing to worry about. Oh, it's Sob. The men around us are here to observe. They'll make sure that this duel is done fairly and in honor, rather than in bloodlust. Let's begin. There's no reason to delay. Let's decide this in one strike. Of course, we'll be using swords. Steel balls, of course. Will he be using swords? Steel balls, of course. So steel balls? अच्छा, तो ये जेपेली फैमिली का कोई बंदा होगा, बिकापिपो जेपेली. The steel balls that have been passed down from generation to generation. That is the tradition. तो सबकी स्टील बॉल भी जबली फैमिली में सबकी स्टील बॉल भी कस्टमाइज होती है उनके स्टाइल के हिसाब से. इसने फेंकी. एक सेकंड, दोनों ने स्टील बॉल फेंकी? कैसे? दोनों स्टील बॉल वाले बंदे हैं. इसके पास भी तो है नीली स्टील बॉल. और दोनों की स्टील बॉल्स टकराई और चली गई इधर उधर. इसको वो सर पे लगी लेकिन इसकी आंख फोड़ दी स्टील बॉल ने. मतलब ब्लू वाली बॉल इसने डॉज कर ली, इसकी आंख फोड़ दी. तो ये बंदा मर गया और ये बच गया. I see, splendid. The duel is now over. But Vikapipo, you were finished from the very beginning. There was no other option for you. हाँ? फिर क्या इसको मारा, क्या किया? एक बॉल मारी. What is this? That was a formal duel. I have received permission from the Pope himself to annul my sister's marriage. There should be no problem. I am not a criminal. Unfortunately, that doesn't end your problems. His father is an influential figure in this country. He is in a different league from you. You will be raised. That's how things work. But I'll make it so you're erased on paper. Leave the country. You are forbidden from returning to the kingdom of Naples. Yeah, Naples, Joby. Exile? How dare you? With that will shame my family name. What will happen to my sister if the country turns its back on her? She cannot fend for herself. She is almost completely blind. Please let me speak to the king. Please let me speak to the pope. It's impossible, Vicapipo. You dogs are priority. अच्छा, तो वो पार्ट खत्म हो गया और ये क्या खून स्प्लैश हुआ. कोई तो मरा. और ये बंदा मुझे जेपली लग रहा था क्योंकि इसने जो स्टील बॉल फेंक के मारी वो सिग्नेचर जेपली स्टील बॉल थी. Our priority is to retrieve the corpse parts in the sixth stage and the assassination of Johnny and Gyro. If you succeed, I will give you citizenship, the right of permanent residence, as well as a high-ranking position in the government. If you wish, for your family as well. Thank you very much. But as for my family, I have none. My sister, she died last year. A reward for one will be sufficient. Vicapipo, magenta magenta. मुझे मजेंटा मजेंटा पता नहीं क्यों देखा सा लग रहा है कि जैसे मैंने इसके किसी पार्ट को दूसरे. एक सेकेंड, वो याद है ब्रूफर्ड या ब्रूफर्ड जैसा कुछ, मुझे वैसा कुछ लग रहा है पार्ट वन से, पर कोई नहीं. चलो, इसकी स्ट्रीट बॉल अलग टाइप की है. हाँ, कॉफ 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 कॉफ. स्निफ स्निफ स्निफ, लिक लिक लिक. क्या चल रहा है? Hey, were you watching? Hey, Cuff, that just thought of a funny joke. Critique it for me, will ya? It's a gag using this chunk of ice. First, you gotta pretend to cry with me, alright? Pretend to cry. You have to get into it. Be real sad together now, alright? I'm so sad, it hurts so bad. Wow, I'm sad. Tears of a Himalayan Yeti. हाँ? इसकी आंख से पत्थर गिरे? बर्फ? पता नहीं क्या. And that's the gag. Lake Superior, Lake Michigan. Hmm. Hey, Mr. Vicapipo, have you heard? Apparently, some guy invented a machine that can fly in the sky like a condor. Not a hot air balloon. It's got big wings and it's called an airplane or something like that. पर एयरप्लेन तो राइट ब्रदर्स ने बनाया था 1903 में शायद, पता नहीं. अच्छा नहीं, 1903 में तो उनको नोबेल प्राइज मिला था एयरप्लेन बनाने के लिए. शायद 1890 तक ऑलरेडी बन चुका है. It took us 2 goddamn years to get to this shithole from Chicago. But in that machine, we'd have gotten here in no time. Not even enough time to feel cold. Wish they'd invented that sooner, huh? A machine that can fly. Yep, that's it. Really damn fast too. We are approaching a golden age, you know. Then that would mean people like us will no longer be of any use. If things were so convenient that anyone could be standing where we are now, someone else could have this job. ओहो, ये ऑटोमेशन के बारे में तभी से सोच रहा है. अभी क्या, अभी पूरी दुनिया रो रही है एआई और ऑटोमेशन पे, तभी से सोचने लगा. Do you ever, have fun ever? Have you ever have days where you smile, Mr. Doom and Gloom? You're too damn analytical. Are you done talking? I will faithfully complete this assignment and receive my money and my residence. and live a peaceful life in this country. That is all. Let me give you one piece of advice. If you are regarding Johnny Joestar and Gyro Zeppeli, likely do not do so. The Zeppeli family steel ball have a history and power that surpasses your knowledge. But I am aware of that what they are, and I will surpass them in order to eliminate them. That's settled then. I know your steel balls are more advanced than the Zeppelis, right? I'm not worried about it. That's not it. Either have respect for the Zeppeli steel balls. इधर ही लिखा है ना. That's not it either. Have respect for the Zeppeli steel balls. That is essential. If you do, there is no possibility of failure. They will win. और ये जायरो की बॉल पानी में चली गई क्या? अच्छा नहीं, बर्फ जमी हुई है. और ये लोग उल्टे क्या चल रहा है? Still too thin. The ice is only about 43 centimeters thick. 43 भाई बहुत होता है. Crossing this place on our horses is risky. अरे हाँ, तब तो फिर है. Wish it was a little thicker. Then we'll have to find a ferry. They are stationed about 12 kilometers from here. They are terrifying. They are ferrying people across near Lake Superior, where the water hasn't frozen. But I don't know for sure. It's a weird thickness. It's always like this. All the important decisions are the hard ones. We might be able to cross. We have to decide quickly. It's trailing us again. It's following us. Wolf. What the hell? It might be after our horses. That's why I told you not to do it. You gave it food this morning, didn't you, Scraps? You're not supposed to feel sorry for it. Even if it is a starving wolf cub, it could still go after our horses. No, Gyro, look. Behind that. Way behind the wolf. Over the hill. Those trees there. It's Poco Loco. Poco Loco's coming. I knew he'd be nearby. Poco Loco is in the lead. Behind him are Baba Yaga and Norisuke Higashikata. The sixth stage goal is 15 km away after crossing the channel across Lake Michigan. The others are going pretty fast. That means they plan to cross the strait today. तो अभी की रैंकिंग ये चल रही कि पोको लोको फर्स्ट है 233. सैंडमैन मर चुका है तो वो फर्स्ट था लेकिन वो आउट है ऑब्वियसली. हॉट पैंट सेकंड है 215. जॉनी 195. डिएगो ब्रांडो 190. जायरो सिक्स्थ है 146. तो जायरो को तो बहुत ज्यादा कैचअप करना पड़ेगा. जॉनी को उतना नहीं करना पड़ेगा. हाँ. पोको लोको. Well, we did know that Dio is taking it slow right now. And North Pan's real motive isn't it to win this race. So that एक सेकेंड. अच्छा हॉट पैंट्स मैंने नॉट पैंट्स पढ़ लिया. So that would mean that Poco Loco is the real contender for the win. If he gets another 100 points in the stage, shit, we'll be screwed. Plus, this been bothering me for a while now, but the cops part should be incredibly close by. Both legs are near the goal as I thought, near the shore of the lake. They could even be underneath the sides. Hey, hey, hey. Poco Loco's changed direction. He's going to try to cross. They've decided to cross over the over the ice on their horses. Johnny's main goal is to collect all of the corpse part, but mine is only to win this race. I need to be in first place in the sixth stage. I haven't gotten first in any of these stages. If Poco Loco gets another 100 points. There are only 3 more stages left. My chance to win is going to be pretty slim. Pretty damn slim. Gyro, what should we do? We need to decide, but if the ice breaks, our horses might not be able to make it out alive. Poco Loco, he might have found it, the natives' route. The natives' route? Yeah, it's something I heard. So that when they could cross over lakes, even when the ice was thin. The natives across here floated logs under the ice when the winter came to make the trails under the ice. There are logs under the ice somewhere. The ice won't break as easily there, right? I was looking for that, but I couldn't find it underneath all the snow. But the way Poco Loco is running, there's a high possibility that he found it already. That's why he's going to cross over the ice. Natives route is that information क्या relatable? Reliable. अच्छा reliable. The shortest distance across the strait is still at least 8 kilometers. Are you sure they've made a trail for the whole 8 kilometers and not only part of the way? I was thinking it could be a lie. That's why I was looking for it. But we are going to cross too, aren't we? In this situation, you've already made the decision to go across the ice, right? Yeah, that's right. You're okay with it, yeah? And make sure not to give wolf our scraps again. और ये भी क्रॉस करने लग रहे हैं. आइस पे पैर रखा और जा रहे तो कभी भी टूट सकती है यार. 43 थिक होता पर इतना भी थिक नहीं होता. हे हे हे, who the hell are those two? There are other people behind Popolo. How many points do they have? I've never seen them before. I don't think they're race participants. One of them is on a sled. Really, that guy on the right. I know him. I've seen him somewhere before. I've met him somewhere. Gyro, those two are heading this way. They are not following Pogo Loco. They are coming our way. They are not trying to cross the strait. They are enemies. No, that can't be. The enemy might be close, but we haven't found the corpse path yet. They should only attack us after we find him. But who is that? I have met him before. I know it. Gyro, as we thought Pogoloco is going to head across the ice. He must have found the logs. Hey, Johnny, that guy just threw something. Be careful. Something's coming. There's no way. No fucking way. It's a steel ball. Gyro ने अपनी स्टील बॉल फेंक कर काउंटर किया. दोनों की स्टील बॉल लड़ रही है. I remember now. That guy, he's from my country. Johnny, get down. The satellites are going to hit us next. Satellites? अच्छा, तो इसकी स्टील बॉल की खासियत ये है कि उसमें सैटेलाइट्स हैं और वो जो स्पिन देता है इन सब चीजों को भी मिल जाता है. और ये लोग जस्ट बचे और ये जाके बर्फ में घूमने लगी और जारो की स्टील बॉल भी वही है. दे आर डेफिनेटली एनिमीज. But we haven't found the corpse parts yet. We haven't even started looking. They are already attacking us. Plus, what the hell is going on? That man on the right, he's using a steel ball too. Vekapipo. That's definitely him, but he's supposed to be dead. हाँ, ये क्या हुआ? जॉनी फट गया? जायरो भी फट गया? What's going on? Calm down, Johnny. Don't panic. The Zeppelis, the strength to their steel balls is the use of golden rectangle. We must surpass that power. तो इनमें से कोई एक स्टैंड यूजर है और ये लोग फट के आधे हो चुके हैं. हाँ, चलो अगले चैप्टर में मिलते हैं. तब तक के लिए यार मुझे कोई कैच फ्रेज ढूंढना पड़ेगा. मुझे तब तक के लिए के बाद क्या बोलना है वो कभी समझ आता. तब तक के लिए मैं यही खत्म कर दिया करूँ.